Next one is centrifuge rotors. Rotor in centrifuges are the motor device that house the samples with the sample. So initially centrifuge rotors are the tube-like structures which containing the samples which we centrifuge. So next one is centrifuge rotors are designed to generate rotation speed that can bring about the separations of component in a sample. So initially centrifuge rotors are tube-like structure which generate the rotation speed and increasing the rotating speed. Due to rotating speed we can separate the samples from the components. So initially there are three types of centrifuge rotors. So initially first one is fixed angle rotors, next one is swinging bucket rotors or horizontal rotors, and the final or third one is vertical rotors. So first one, fixed angle rotor. So look at the diagrams. Initially first one is these rotors hold the sample tube at an angle of 45 degree in relation to the axis of the rotors. So initially fixed angle rotors, what happened, samples holds at the angle of 45 degree. So next one is in this type rotors the particles strike the opposite side of the tube where the particle finally slide down and collect at the bottom. So when applying the rotating speed, so initially particles, that is residue, striking opposite side of the centrifugation tube. So next what happened, at the finally residues slide down at the bottom of the centrifugation tube. So next one is there are faster than other types of routes as the path length of the tubes increasing. So we can initially increase or gradually step by step we can increasing the fastness of the rotating speed. So next one is, however, as a direction of force is different from the position of the tube, some particles might remain at the side of the tube. So initially rotating speed may different. So during the time of different rotation speed, so initially some particles striking or attached to slide of the centrifugation tube. So 100% centrifugation is not happened with the help of yadu fixed angle rotators. So next one is swinging bucket rotors or horizontal rotors. So initially in this type, swinging bucket rotors hold the tube at an angle 90 degree as the rotor swing as process started. So initially what happened in fixed angle rotors, so tubes holds at angle 45 degree, but in horizontal rotors, so rotors hold the bucket tubes at 90 degree. So initially horizontal or perpendicular direction. So next one is in these routes the tubes are suspended in a rock that allow the tube to move enough to acquire the horizontal position. So initially fixed angle rotors, what happened, only rotate about 45 degree. So initially in horizontal rotors it moves 90 degree angle. So initially all the buckets or centrifuge tube rotate at horizontal direction. So next one is in these types of rotors the particles are present along the direction or the path of the force that allow the participant to move away from the rotor towards the bottom of the tube. So initially particles move away from the rotor towards the bottom. So next one is because of the tube remain horizontal, supernatant remains as flat surface along the deposit particle to be separated from the supernatant. So next one is vertical rotor. Vertical rotors provide the shorter path length, fast run time and highest resolution of all the rotor. So compared to first two, horizontal rotors having shorter path length. So path length is very short along with resolution or round per minute or rotating speed is very high. Next one is highest resolution. So highest resolution, we can separate very tiny particle with the help of vertical routers. So next one is in vertical routers, the tubes are vertical during the operation. So initially fixed routers, what happened? So tubes are at 45-degree angle. So next one is horizontal routers, what happening? The tubes are at 90-degree angle. But in vertical routers, centrifugation tubes present at vertical direction. So next one is the yield of the router is not as yield as position of the tubes do not align the direction of the centrifugal force. Next one is as a result, instead of settling down, particles tend to spread towards the outer wall of the tubes. So initially residuous particles are attached to outer wall of the tubes. Next, these are commonly used in isophysic and density gradient centrifugation. Vertical router is mainly used in density gradient centrifugation technology. Next one is high speed centrifuges. So high speed centrifuge, as the name suggests, is the centrifuge that can be operated at somewhat higher, larger speed. So initially high speed centrifugation, what happened? Rotation speed is very high. So initially the speed of the high speed centrifuge can be ranges from 15,000 to 13,000 rpm. rpm means round per minutes. So next one is high speed centrifuges are provided with a system for controlling the speed and temperature of the process, which is necessary for the analysis of sensitive biological molecule. So initially high speed centrifugation controlling, so we can control the speed. So initially rpm ranges from 15,000 to 13,000, in which we can set up along with the temperature gradient. So temperature gradient very necessary for the separations of DNA particles or RNA particles, because the temperature play a crucial role. So we can adjust the or modify the, or according to substance we can adjust the temperature along with the speed within high speed centrifuges. So next one is the high speed centrifuges come with different adapter to accommodate the sample tubes to of various size and volume. So we can accommodate or adjust various types of centrifuge tubes in high speed centrifuges. So next one is all the three types of routers can be used for the centrifugation process in this centrifuge. So initially all the three types of routers. So routers mainly fixed routers or horizontal routers or vertical routers. All the three kinds of routers can be used in high speed centrifuges. Thank you.